tell the client, we are meeting at so and so position at this time, so that we go to see the site. It's it's a bad business strategy if you have to communicate with the client and tell the client, oh, let's meet up at the office at, you give the client a precise time, 8 a.m. And the client is in the office at 8 a.m. and you're not there.
You're not there.
What do you expect the client to get from that impression? Very unprofessional. So you have to be precise about the time you're going to meet the client, the time you're going for the site visit. You have to be very precise, and also you give the client direction, not only where the client is going to meet you, but also where the property is located at, so that the client, at least before going there, he has a precise direction on where the property is located in his mind. You can also share short videos of the pre-tour. You've been going to that property before. So learn to share videos with your clients before going for the site visitation. If you're already an associate, you have to be able to make videos with all the company's properties, so that at any point in time when you're advertising a property on your status or your social media handle, wherever, you know that when this client asks for a video of the property, you have it to give. Not that you're an associate and client come, you've been talking to a client, oh, we have this property on your status, you've just listed. Now the client is interested in getting a video of the property. I don't have the video. That's a very bad sign. I don't have the video. It's preferable you tell the client that I will get back to you. Let me get a video and I'll get back to you. Or you can still just keep the pending and rush and get a video. But the best advice I'm going to give to you associates or associates to become is that you have to ensure to make videos with all the company's properties, so that you have a video with you at any point in time, anywhere you do your business transactions, you're able to show that this is a video of the property you're interested in. You can go for a birthday celebration and you meet somebody there, and you discuss with the person, and then you say, oh, I'm a realtor, I work under Crown Homes Holding, and we have property.
Sometimes you don't even introduce yourself.
Yeah.
You just say, bro, see the property. People are just looking at it. Before you notice, before you
the
realize
client is interested, right?
Yes. You might not, you don't even sometimes need to introduce yourself. Just show the person the video. Bro, look at this video, look at this land. Wow, this land is.
And when the client,
you're saying a lot of good things about the property. It's interesting.
So when the client picks interest in that property, like I was saying, you could be in a birthday setting, even in a funeral home. Now people meet at various places. Even in funerals, you can sit by somebody, you never know who you're sitting close to. It may be a potential client, it may be a potential lead. You never know when you're going to close a deal or make a successful sale. So at every point in time, you should have these videos in your phone for each and every of our properties that is available. Prepare documents or visuals on site. When you're going for your site visit, you can hold the site plan, so that if the client is interested in a particular property, the client knows that, okay, this property that is close to me is taken. This is where my boundaries are. This is where the pillars have been put. This is where I stop. This is where the road is going to cut. When we are building, in order to develop the estate, they have to have a particular design that everyone in that estate has to follow. So you have to be precise. Go on site with documents. Be very clear. If you're an associate out there and you want to go on site visits, it's very advisable that you come to the company, so you can go with someone in the company. You can also have access to some of these documents, so that once you're showing all this to your clients, it builds trust.
Yes.
So learn to work with documents
and even builds your confidence.
Yes.
In the property that you're showing.
Yes.
The person gets to look at it. You're showing the person, and you can actually, if you actually too can explain how the boundaries, this is where it is, and show all those things. It's very important.
Yeah, it's very
important. Why saying that the person gets to trust you, like you said. Yes, and it will be easy for the person to work with you.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Than going like that without no document, just make your hand like that, and just talking and the person is just seeing. He's just in a bush. One vast land like that. You are just explaining, putting your hand away, trying to all that confusion. Yeah.
It's very confusing when you do that. So you have to go with a certain backing when you're going to do site visitation. Set expectations ahead of time. That means if you're going for a site visitation, don't just go for the site visitation saying, when I go buy you, I don't know if the client is going to buy, but then let me just go. No, go with an expectation. Let it be clear that what you're going to sell is something that is of high value. And definitely, as you're going to show that client that property, the client is going to get it. Go with a positive mindset. Thank you. Mr. J is going to talk about what you do during the tour. So, Jay, you have the floor.
Okay, regarding doing the tour, right? Especially for a client, a buyer who is supposed to meet you at a particular point.
Okay.
Yes. If in case the person is not coming to the office, people are going to meet at a particular place. It's very good for you to come early.
Yeah.
Yes. Come early and dress professional.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't just come. First impression is not just about the land.
Yeah,
It also matters the way
how
you
you
look,
look
how
and
you
how
look.
you present
Yes.
yourself.
It's
Yeah.
very, very important. Dress professional.
Mhm.
Yes. And also, when you get to the land, talk about the benefits of this property. Yes. Talk about the value that this property has. It's
Yeah.
not just about saying this is the land. The value. Yes. You'll be talking about the location, talking about the title, talking about certain things like we have our project, downtown ovation. Yes. Just beside it, we have the Mayoli Sport Complex, and there are so many other things that we set up there. Yes. So you talk about all these benefits that the person is going to gain if the person purchases property. Yes. While saying all that is going to help the person work with you and make a decision. If the person first of all sees the land and say, "Oh, this land, I'm not going to take it." While explaining that benefit now, the person will start having a interest. Yes. Yes. And another thing too, you should be a very good storyteller. Yes. One thing about selling too is you being able to tell a story. Yes. You have to tell them that this property is like this, it was like this at first, and this is the plan of the place, and you also make the person know that it's perfect for this, perfect if in case the person wants to do agricultural project there. It's perfect for agricultural projects. As you can see, those are people there carrying out agricultural projects. This person is wearing animals, this person is doing this, and they are also building around. Yes, those parts, this makes it good for you to do your agricultural project. And also there's accessibility. Yes, there's a road that you can be able to bring in your materials, your plants to do certain things. Yes, you do all that, explain to the person, and the person also finds more interest in that property. And when you're talking, you have to be confident and warm.
Yeah.
Yes, be confident. Don't be desperate. Yes, desperation can just destroy the whole thing. Can just make the person to. If the person sense desperation in doing that phase, the person can easily say, "This person like that, I don't trust." Can easily just have a second thought about you. Yes. Even if the project, the land is actually might look legit, the fact that you are not confident makes the person not to even work with you. The person might bypass you and go and work with someone else. Maybe you might even go to your fellow associate who is more confident. Yes, to talk about that property. Yes, because when you sell to the person, note that the person is going to also follow up with you. Whenever something happens, he's going to reach out to you. So he will not want to work with someone who is not confident about the property. You want to work more with someone that is more confident, who is confident about the property.
And also, when we talk about you being confident, it means you actually know what you're selling.
Yes.
You actually know that the company backs this particular property. The property has its documents, its legal documents, and all that. It is backed. It
can
the
tell them to go
company's
and check.
property. It's not like a
Yes.
property that you stole or maybe somebody is selling back. No,
Yes.
it's a property that has every legal backing. So you have to be very confident. And also being warm means you have to sometimes pamper this client. Because clients sometimes they can be zigzag, like they say. You have to pamper them and make them to also know what they are getting is a good thing.
Yes, and it's not just about selling land. Yes, when you are talking to a client about a property, sometimes you need to take the client to the vision, push the client to see beyond just the land itself. Yes, that's why we have 3D videos that can be able to explain the futuristic, yes, plan of that place.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's always good that you don't just show the person a land, the client a land, but also take the client, let the client have an eagle's eye, see beyond.
Yeah.
Yes, so that while you're doing that, maybe the client says, oh, I want to build, but I don't want to build now. But now, given that you've given that plan already, tell the person that by in 2 to 3 years, these are the kind of things that will set in and everything. The person actually sees the whole display, the plan and everything. The person gets to key into it. Yeah. So you have to take the person beyond. Yes. Yes. If you're talking to a person now, take the person like 3, 5 years. Yes. Make the person see that vision.
Bang the person's brain.
Yes.
That's a nice one, Jay.
Yes, and I believe that should be all about
During the tour, and
Yes.
also you'll be taking us on the don'ts during tours.
Okay.
Yes. So just tell there are so many associates out there who go in for tour visits, and some of them they don't really know these backings. They
That's
don't know
true.
what to say,
That's
what
true.
not to say. They are just flippant. So we are going to tell you some things which you are not supposed to actually just do or say while you're going for a site visit. So Jay is going to take us on that.
To my fellow associates,
And the associates to become.
and associates to become.
Yeah.
Whenever you are selling a property, especially property owned by Crown Holdings, you have to ensure that don't speak negatively. Yes. When you are speaking negatively about a property that you are selling, you have to close on something and you are speaking negatively about it. If you do that, you have already you have already shut down that whole thing.
Or you want
you are not going to close
you
that
intend
thing.
to sell a property. You're going with the client and then you're like, Master, Betty wrote to this way. You worry.
You worry, eh? Even
That
if
is
the
a
client,
bad sign.
you know that even if the client says that thing, don't
Yeah.
don't
Tell
support
him
it.
that
Oh.
no, with time, this road is going to be nothing. They're going
Yes.
to grade this road to
Yes.
be tarred. The estate is going to develop fully. So you have to be super confident about what you're telling
True.
the client. No negativity so
No
far.
negativity.
Yeah.
Then don't sound unsure or confused. Yes. Don't be confused saying that you don't know whether they'll even ask you that
Does the land have a land
land title.
title?
You don't even know whether the land has land title. You are just confused. When you do that that thing like that, know that deal is shaking. Yes, it's shaking. You might just completely lost that deal. Yes.
They'll ask you, does the land have a land title? I'm sure. But don't worry, I'll find out there. I'll come back to you. I don't know. But they were saying something like it has a land title. They were saying something. Yeah, it means you're not sure. Okay, is the property next to me, has it been taken? Maybe the client is interested in getting double. Has it been taken? You'll be like, I should say don't take that property, but I don't know, but this one that you're interested, just be with this one now. I'll come back. No, you have to be super sure about every single thing that you're telling the client when you go for a site visit. Know the precise property that the client needs. Know the neighboring properties that are close to it. If it's available or taken, you have to be super sure about everything you're telling the client.
Then also you don't have to rush the client or push the deal to close. Yes, don't make it seem obvious. Yes, because it will now look like you're desperate. Yeah, and this is something I talked about, this desperation, that if you are desperate and the client sees that you're desperate, might just lose that deal. The person will start having second
You
thought.
become skeptical,
Yes.
yeah.
But someone will get afraid, especially those who have been scammed before. Yes, when they start seeing that you're desperate, you just want to close, you are just pushing the client that tell the person, you are telling the client that you should buy, let him not be afraid. Why you afraid?
Well,
You are
some
saying
of
until I
them,
raise
some
their
are
voice.
very rude.
Good.
It is a bad sign to be rude to your client, associate, fellow associate. It is a very bad sign. Never be rude to your client. Don't say, "Well, Masadima, the warrior."
You know that some of
It
them
is a
behave
very
like
bad
that
sign.
because they have been following up this client for
It
long.
doesn't matter.
So when they see that client,
It
they're
doesn't
like,
matter.
let me.
No,
This
it
client
doesn't
cannot
matter.
leave. This client cannot leave. Which is they have to be calm.
They have to be. It is
Calm.
business.
Yes.
That is what
Everything.
business
If
is
they are
all
bubbling,
about.
let it be inside them. Let it not ever.
Yeah.
Let it not show. Let it not be obvious.
Yeah. One
Yes.
thing I've noticed about business is that you have to be very, very patient
Mhm.
when you're doing business. You
Of
have
course.
to be very, very patient and professional. No matter what comes your way, no matter how angry and aggressive you feel, never show it to the next person that is close to you. You have to be very professional in everything you do.
And you should know that confidence beats desperation.
Definitely.
You have to be confident.
Mhm.
Yes, whenever you're talking about your property, be confident. Yes, if you are desperate,
Mhm.
that deal will just end like that.
Yeah.
You will not close that deal.
Mhm.
Yes, so that's all about it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. J. Associates, I hope you're out there, you're jotting down every single bit of what we are spilling today, because this tea today is what we call hot tea for the cold weather. So what I'm going to be talking about now are some common buyer reaction and what to do.
Okay.
Yes, how to handle some reactions from your fellow clients. Some of the clients will, when you go for site visit, after you guys have been talking a whole lot, after you know that you're close to closing a deal, and your expectations are becoming so high, the client now tells you that I like it, but I'll think about it. How do you react to that? Some of you just get shattered. You start feeling like, oh, this thing, I was thinking that I'm going to close this deal, but why did man talk so? I was thinking that this will happen. What is happening in your mind, right?
Yeah.
But then you have to be open to the client. Ask the client, what specifically do you need more time to think about? Do you want to think about, is it about your finances?
Wow.
Is it that you will not be able to pay? Perhaps the client wanted a property for 2 million francs.
Wow.
And then after seeing it, the client say, oh, it's nice, but I'll think about it. Ask the client, offer the client some fractional payment plan. Don't make the client to be discouraged in any way.
That's you putting yourself in the client's shoes.
Position.
Yes.
Tell the client, is it about the money? If it's about the money, you can pay in fractions. We have fractional payment. Be understanding to the client. Don't shut down your expectations whatsoever. You have to be very open and open-minded as well. The client is not saying, I'll think about it, that he's not going to purchase. No. Perhaps he has certain things that he wants to first of all overcome before that. Ask him to understand it clearly so that you can be able to do a successful sale. The next common reaction from buyers is that, is there a better offer? Just imagine you carry a client to a site where the client has been fully interested, seeing the property, say, oh my God, I really need this thing. It's suitable for my residential home. I've been wanting a property for this long to build my house. I really need this thing. Once you go with the client there, the client sees it, sees the boundaries and everything, then the client tells you, is there another property that is available? Most times you start feeling somehow, but then ask the client, tell the client, this is our best current valuable property that is available. And it is fast moving. Make the client to know that you are not just taking the client to any piece of land because the client has made you to understand you want to use it for a residential or maybe for a commercial purpose. Make the client to know that it is fast moving. And with time, perhaps that property will not be there anymore. If the client wants to be thinking about it, taking time, it may run out. Make the client to understand that that property is available and it is very valuable. He can use it for his residential home. He can use it for a commercial home, whatever. But
And it's
very
risk free.
yes, and it's risk free. So make the client to be super
Because
confident in
sometimes
what
some clients will talk to you, will ask you all those questions, and especially for an associate that was a newbie in the associate system, might just be so overwhelmed and pushed to start showing some
other
offers that
properties,
yes, other properties, because the thing is, one thing as a realtor is you are related to the other people in
Yeah.
the system. So you might be pushed to show other offers which you are not sure of, and you get to in the long run you don't know that that property is a risk there. The property has a problem. So you have to always show that client something that you know that is best for the client. Yes, that's why you make that statement that this is best.
Yeah.
Yes, you make the client know that this one is best. It's because you have. It's not that you have just seen a property. The property that you have is just one. Is that amongst all the properties that you have, this is the best for
him
for
at that
for
time.
her.
And also, I feel like you need to understand the client's budget.
Yes.
Because when the client start asking you, do you have another offer? Perhaps he has been weighing his budget and thinking, hey, this property I want to take for 4 million. What if they have another property that is for 2 million francs? It may be the reason why the client is asking you about another property. Make the client to understand that this property you need. If it's the problem of you not having the sufficient amount to pay at once, you can pay gradually in fractions.
Yes.
It is very convenient for you. Tell them the value of the property in years to come is never going to be the same. Tell them testimonials of people who have bought before and how the price has actually grown with time. Make them to understand those type of things. Then when the client says, I'll come back later. When the client tells you, oh, I've seen the property, he's interested, but I'll come back later. Ask him, would you like us to secure the spot while you decide?
Wow.
That's you pinning the
Wow.
client.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's you pinning the
Yes.
client, ensuring that the client is going to come back. A client should not tell you, I'll come back to you, and you tell the client, okay, and you allow the client to go when it's a potential lead, a potential buyer. You have to make the pin the client.
Let me be gender biased. I'll say this: women are more. They actually practice this aspect than men.
Definitely, you're
Men
not
need to
gender
sit up.
biased.
They need to sit up, the guys. They need to sit up. You need to, especially this aspect that we are talking about. You need to assimilate it and practice it.
Yeah.
It is very important. It will help you as a salesperson. Help you a lot.
Yeah. Say, I'll come back later. No, tell the client. You want to come back later. Is it that we are keeping this particular property for you? There are limited slots available. It's good that it's good that you reserve your plot before. When do you want to come back? The client tells you it's good that you reserve your plot because it is fast going, and perhaps the moment when you want to come back, the plot must have been sold out. Make them to understand these things. And I'll also be talking about closing on the spot. Offer reservation incentive, discounts, bonuses for the plot. That you can tell them if you're purchasing this plot at this moment, there's going to be a discount for this. If you're purchasing this plot at this particular time for this particular price, you can have a discount on this. Now that discount is, you can actually forgo 50,000 francs if you're making 300,000 francs for a commission, and a client wants to buy, and just because of 50,000 francs you don't want to let go. For you to get like 300,000 francs because of 50,000 francs, you can sacrifice the discount and tell the client, okay, I'm going to make a discount of this amount if you're actually going to purchase that property. Forgo 50,000 francs to make 300,000 francs.
In business, you have to keep greed aside. Some kind of things. Sometimes you need to let go of some amount, some profit, some things that you call profit, in order to benefit. So when you do that and you close on that client, there's one thing: the client will bring another person because the property you're selling is actually authentic.
Yes.
If he buys and he's satisfied, he will call his friend, tell his friend. He will be proud to tell his friend that I purchased a property from so this
Yeah.
and I'm satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and they gave me a discount. The person too
Definitely.
might still come again for a discount too.
Mm-hmm.
For that same discount, you give it. Just the fact that you actually use that approach of giving discount, you'll be having more. You have more leads.
Yeah.
Yes, just due to the fact that you give discount.
Yeah.
Yes, so it could be a strategy for you as an associate. Yes, so
You know,
practice
even
it.
as an associate, you may know somebody who knows somebody who needs a property. There's a third party involved now,
Yes.
and that third party, in order for you to sell that property, the third party is like, my man, you know, say this deal, so you go make you make like 500,000 from this deal. I need 100,000. You have to be selfless. Just for you to close that deal, you can sacrifice 100,000 to give third party and make 400,000, rather than for you to hold on to 500,000 to want to close the deal, which you may not end up closing.
Yes.
So you have to be selfless when it comes to closing deals. If actually there's a third party involved, you have to also learn to create urgency. I've already spoken about that. But then make the client to understand that this property you want to purchase, it is going out so fast.
Yes.
People are actually buying.
Yes.
And people are so interested in the property. Tell the client, you see this property, at first we had like 400 plots available, but now we have just 50 plots available. And you have to be honest though.
Yeah.
You have to be very honest. Tell them, we have just 50 plots available. We have just 5 plots available. We have just 3 slots available. It is best if you take your property now while it's available, rather than coming later when the property must have been sold out. Use call to action language. You can tell the client, let's lock this in today, so no one else takes it.
Like for the land, still for that agency, right? For the land, that part of urgency, like I said, it's not just about the number, the figures that you say. It's left this 3 plots, it's left 100 plots. Sometimes you can make the best like this. Our estate at Ovation Downtown Estate at 916 there. You make them know that once the caterpillar gets them to start their work, the price starts the value starts increasing, because that's value added on the land. Make them know that you're adding value on the land. So as such, once you get there to start doing the work, the project, the value increases. That one too keep. Yes, it's not just about telling the person. The person might think that okay, all those figures, maybe the person will think that you're just lying. Yes, you just want him to buy.
But then the person you have a site plan, he sees all the properties that are available.
Yes, even if he sees that, sometimes he think that you calling those numbers, you just want him to come and buy. Yes, come and buy. But when you explain this other aspect to him, making him know first of all when he has seen the place, because people have already gone for a site visit, make him know that okay, this property is like that. We have to come here with the caterpillar. Even before the site visit, the associate manager always explain to people. Yes, explain to buyers. Tell them that by this time we'll be going there with caterpillars to do the road. Yes, so during the time when you'll be telling the person after the site visit, telling him that we'll be going on this day. Do well to make the purchase before that time. You remind him about that statement that the associate made. He can easily close that. He can make that deal close fast. Even if it means for the buyer to go and take a loan, he will do that.
Definitely. That's true. Thank you so much, Mr. J.
You're welcome.
So Mr. J is going to take us on the after the tour.
After the tour, after the site visit.
After the site visit, what happens? Is it that after the site visit, you come back to your office or you go to your respective job site and the client goes? What happens after this?
Most do some associates. What we'll say is that after the site visit, reach out to your clients. Yes. Ask them certain questions. Thank them first of all for coming. Yes.
Because most times, this plot, you have to go inside the bush. You your client. You have to thank them because it's a full-time dedication.
Yeah,
Even though
they
you
actually sacrifice time.
yes,
Even
even
though
though you the client you need it,
true.
but you actually sacrifice the
Yes.
time. So you have to appreciate them for coming
No,
first.
very true. Then also you can also send them in pictures, videos, just in case they did not take pictures, they did not take videos. You send it to them. Then you also ask them feedback, get feedback from them regarding the whole experience.
Yeah.
Yes. So once you do that, then maybe you can ask them some questions. Yes, ask them questions about their experience there. Or is there any challenge? Is there something that that is pushing them not to?
Yeah.
You just ask them some questions.
Even most times when you go for this site visit with your clients, they may be interested if it's a client who is getting for somebody who is out, like for those that are in the diaspora, they may be interested in getting a video, but because of how they carried out in the whole tour, they may forget to get that video. But you, as a realtor, you have to do these videos.
Some cannot even shoot.
Some
cannot even shoot. They just shoot landscape like that, and that's all. You send to someone and someone cannot even see clearly. I said, the man a flash, he did the whole I don't understand. Show something. Portrait, shoot. You even explain, do a talk. Yes.
And it's very encouraging because now once you send these videos to the client will be like, oh, I will go buy the land now for some testing, but I forgot to do a video. And now the client now can forward the
person, because every seller, every buyer has his or her purpose for purchasing a property. So it's always good that you don't just show them the land, you should always help them see that future. Yes. Lead them to the vision of that place. Then all these sets, you have to be prepared, yes, to be able to do all this. In order for you to make someone a buyer or a client see that future, you have to be prepared for it. Make all necessary preparation. Ensure that the documents are there. Yes. Especially when you are going to for site visit, have the document, that site plan. Yes. So that you show the person, have that 3D display. When the client, if it's that the client comes to the office, you show the 3D display.
So he can
even
see
if you have it in your phone, show them the 3D display of the place.
And the precise location of where everything.
When we talk about preparation, you need to have all those things to be able to lead that client to the future. It's not just about the land, especially when it comes to land banking. Yes, you have to lead them to the future. Yes, and also present well. Yes. Presentation matters. It's not just about the way you talk, the way you appear.
The way you appear.
Yes.
You know, most of the times, realtors, associates, some of us we take our clients to site visit because you know you're going to a farm. You just go and put on one torn shirt, one ugly boots, dress well. Even if you're going to the bush, slay on points. Let me put it that way. You should be on point even if you're going to a
even
farm.
if you're carrying boots, let it be clean.
Let it be clean.
Yes,
let it be clean.
Don't go and do something that you started using 1 month ago.
Something that
is dirty. You have not washed it. You still want to bring it for site visit. You say, hey, the site visit.
What if now you're going for that site visit and then you have to give that dirty boots to your client to put on?
Swear.
The client will be discouraged.
And you have to even the thing to smelling.
Oh my God.
All those things like that is poor presentation. Yes. And you doing that when you're talking to the client and leading the client into the future, you always have to how do they call it? You always have to persuade. Yes, that's the word. You have to persuade the client because sometimes the client might while you're explaining and telling the client certain things, why the client sees the land, the client might have doubts and open up to you, tell that, well, I don't think it will be so, because like the part of roads and streets, you start telling the person that will be roads and streets, and the client is not really sure about the street, especially because a place like the one at my city is actually accessible. If the client is not sure it will be roads and streets, you have to be confident and make the person know that it will be roads and streets.
Yeah.
You are showing the person. That's why this plan has been developed. Yes, you make them know that this is how it will be done. This is a surveyor. If possible, lock the surveyor also might be around, who will tell you that okay, I'm the one handling this and I'm telling you that this is how it will go. Yes. So persuade when you have to persuade the client sometimes when, during that phase of showing the vision of the land that you're selling. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. G. Associates, our fellow viewers out there, I hope you guys have been fully educated on how to go on a site visit, the don'ts and the do's. So if you're out there and you have any questions, we are open to questions. Just send in your questions and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much. We are waiting. We are waiting. And I hope it's been an interesting session so far. I hope you guys have learned a whole lot. And if there's any question, like I said, just keep it coming. Thank you so much. I can see Miss Daisy Pearl. It's been a very interesting session. Thank you so much, Miss Daisy. Thank you for joining the live session. Miss Navy, we have a question from Miss Navy saying, is site visit really that important? My dear sister, site visit is very important. Because if I'm a client and I have to purchase something, I don't buy without seeing it. No way. Even if these people doing online marketing, they sell their product, they show it. They show it for you to be able to purchase. So site visit is very important because that's the moment where the client gets to see what he or she is purchasing, how much, if the price actually matches it at that moment, because we know the value of land always varies because it changes with time, it increases in value with time. But every client needs to see what he or she is buying.
And also if his purchase meets his purpose.
Definitely.
Yes, he has to see it.
So I hope we've answered your question, Miss Navy. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you so much. Keep your questions coming. Mr. G, I hope you've had a great time.
Of course I have.
I hope you've had an amazing time speaking to the associates. Because you know our associates are actually our babies. We have to pamper them. Yes.
You have to.
So if there's any
mentor them. Yes.
definitely. This what we are doing now is mentorship. We are giving them all our tips so that they can learn from what we know and make it big. So it's been an amazing session so far. So someone is asking, what if the client is not around and has no one to see the land? What do you do when the client is not around and he has nobody to see the land? Yeah. And the client has been discussing with you in person. So would you like me to go for it?
No, you can.
Okay.
Can go in for
So if you have a client who is not around, the client is a diaspora somewhere out, and the client has no one to check the property for he or she,
he or she.
you know, but the client has actually been discussing with you. You have been communicating with the client. You have been showing the client videos and all that. You have to make the client before the client even communicates to you. It means the client actually trusts you to a point for the client to actually want to purchase that.
Well, what about a lawyer? He
To
should
involve-
have a lawyer now.
Yeah.
Or does he want to?
No,
see
her
even
question is if the person has nobody.
nobody.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We've had people who have bought from the company having just us. We've had clients who have bought from the company having just us. We make sure that every receipt, every document that we make for the property, because the client actually trusts you to send in the money.
Yeah.
We snap the receipt transactions we send. We do a video, a clear video of the property.
property.
We send to you. We ensure that everything is being sent to you, and whatever you're paying, we send the receipt to you. You sign and send back to us. That's your extra sure about what you're getting.
Even if you want to see the whole area of
Yes,
the land,
we are
you can even
definitely
send
going to
a drone to show you the whole of that area. Yes, just to satisfy you and make you see the property. Yes, in total.
So we have Mrs. Praises Classic Agency. Something she's telling us is an interesting program. Thank you so much. We are very thrilled to have you for our live session, and we are hoping that you just continue every Friday with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Lamb's Light. Thank you so much for joining our session today. We're very excited to have you. Thank you so much. She said this reminder has added to my ability to persuade leads. Thank you so much. We're very excited that from our session you actually learned something. Thank you so much. Keep the comments coming. Yeah, definitely. You can go on.
So, this is an opportunity for you. If you are not an associate, it's an opportunity for you to become an associate. And I must say that it is free. All you need to have is your gadget. Yes, and you know that you need to represent who you're working for. Yes, so it is obvious and normal for you to buy your gadget. So registration is not like you're paying to become an associate. It is free. All you need is your gadget. And now you just need to come to the office, sign the associate form. Once you sign it, you'll be added to the associate system, and you then now be updated about our properties and listings, and then now start work. And now you need to know that commission ranges from 5% to 10%. Yes, and
on every successful sales.
Yes, on every successful sale.
All right, just to add to what Mr. J has said, so when you join our associate program, it doesn't mean you are leaving your job. You can still do your job and be an associate. So thank you so much for joining in our live session. It's been an amazing time with you, Mr. J. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you next Friday. Thank you. We don't want to close.
Now who send the question? I beg.
The NRN, the job quest X.
I want to continue. I don't want